Hello everybody and welcome to my live stream. I am going to be streaming on YouTube only from now on until I find a solution, because normally it was supposed to work before. It did not work. But yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, my plan is to have a small stream with me trying to take a driver test. So let's see how that is going to go. But yeah, I have been taking part of this test before, but I'm planning on, doing more of the tests. And I think some of the questions is funny, or at least the choices are funny. So yeah, with that said, let's start. You are approaching a railway crossing. If you hear or see it, then the train, but just look at the train while driving. Whee! Or should you take another route? Or should you just, stop, up? If you hear or see a train approaching, stop and wait for it to cross completely before you proceed. Never try to race a train to the railroad. Crossing a train cannot yield the right of way to you. In Canada, passenger trains can travel up to 160 kilometers per hour. Kilometers. Okay. Cross the tracks at maximum speed. Yeah, that is for sure one of the funny questions, yeah. When driving on a slippery surface, what should you do? Maintain your usual speed. Move to the right side of the lane. Slow down and use cautions. Take a detour. Driving on a slippery surface, what should you do? Slow down and cautions, right? Yes. On a slippery road, slow down. Avoid hard braking. Let your vehicle slow down gradually. Perfect. I'm good at this. Again, I have been getting a lot of these questions before. I think I have been getting most, if not all, of the 50 ones, but there's like multiple tests afterwards this as well. What does the following traffic sign mean? It means only straight, right? Trucks go straight. That's pretty simple. Even before taking any tests, I know that sign. That's pretty easy. The sign indicates that you can proceed straight only. Great. If your vehicle catches fire, what should you do first? Call 911 for help. 911, I am in a car with fire. Can you please get me out of here? Have you tried to open the door? No. I was saying I should call you before I getting out of the car. You guys think that's a good idea? Because I think you should probably be careful of that. Stop and open the hood. Why would you open the hood? There's fire in the car. Stop and remove all valuables from the vehicle. Oh, fire, can you wait a bit with exploding the car? I just, need to get my luggage out. I just need to get, like, all of my important stuff out. Because of... The explosion can wait, right? Stop and get everyone out of the vehicle. Yeah. I mean, it could be fun to say this one, but, yeah, I think I'm just gonna go out. If your vehicle catches on fire, stop and get everyone out immediately. Don't open the hood. Doing so could cause the fire to spread. Move everyone far away from the vehicle. Sure. I miss when I could see how many people was watching and everything. While driving, you should follow the 12-second rule. What does this rule require you to do? Look 4 blocks ahead in the city and 1 kilometer ahead on the highway. Look at the steering wheel every 12 seconds. Yes, this is indeed a steering wheel. This is indeed still a steering wheel. I'm sure this is actually still a steering wheel. Perfect. Yeah, I don't think so. Look at the road every 12 seconds. Are you not supposed to be able to look at the road the whole time? Oh, a bird! Oh, that's so nice. Oh, what is that over there? Oh, right, the road, yeah. I don't think that's how it works. I would not suggest that for you guys or myself. Look at look 1 or 2 blocks ahead in the city and half a kilometer ahead on the highway. Yes, I'm pretty sure this is one. Yes. When scanning the road for hazards, you should look 12 seconds ahead on your path of travel. This means you should look 1 or 2 blocks ahead in the city, doing and half a kilometer ahead on the highway. This will give you long to prepare and plan for a situation before it becomes an immediately hazard. Yo, it's 7 AM, but I slept, kinda. Hello, Head Secure, how are you? Thanks for my stream, really appreciate it. Hope you're feeling well. Also, I'm happy that you were sleeping. That's great. Even though it's only kinda, you know. Oop. It's been 12 seconds. I get to look at the road again. Yeah. Oh, I cannot look at the road. I cannot look at the road. Oh, please, when it's 12 seconds. Oh, I can look at the road again. Oh, there's a tree. Boom. Well, that sucks. I fell asleep at 8 PM and woke up at 3 to 4 AM. And it's now 7 AM. Does that count as sleep? Yeah, it still counts as sleep, sure. I'm happy that you got some sleep. That's great. Next question. To use a traffic circle, you must, and traffic circle I'm pretty sure is a roundabout. I love the word roundabout. Turn left to enter it and turn left to leave it again. Well, in some countries, sure. In Canada, no. Turn left to enter it and turn right to leave it. How will you turn right after you go left? Right is just... You cannot leave it when you go right after you drive left. That makes absolutely no sense. Turn right to enter it and turn right again to leave it. Turn right to enter it and turn left to leave it. Again, it's the same with the other way around. You cannot do that. It's just a circle the whole time. But you know what? I think I'm gonna turn right to enter it and turn right to leave it. Hello Adnas, how are you? Thank you for stopping by my stream, really appreciate it, hope you're feeling well. And yeah, I am trying to get prepared for a driver test that I am at least planning on doing when I get to Canada. So yeah, hopefully I can actually get a driver license when I get over there. We'll see about that, it is my goal. It would be great to be able to drive a car, you know, because of here in Europe, sure, you can take a bus and a train. But I'm not 100% sure how it is in Canada and America, but I've heard it's not as easy as it is here. Nice, thank you. This is so funny. I don't know, I wanted to kind of wake up at 6 AM, but I woke up at 3 AM. I was gonna sleep until 6 AM again, but I was too lazy. The broken sword in Dark Souls has the biggest Seth in the game. It's like 2 centimeters sword. Why do you turn? It's go in the circle, then go from there. Well, because of when you get to the circle, then you don't go through it, you go around it. So do you go left and around, or do you go right and around? I guess it's the other way for you guys. Right? So, right for you guys? Yeah. Or left. It's opposite from me. Hello, Maces, how are you? Thank you for stopping by my stream. Really appreciate it. Hope you're feeling well. I started playing clicking heroes. Best time. Doing well. Nice. Happy to hear that. That's fun games. Oh, why though? Why? What? You go in the middle, then you can choose where to go. I don't know if we know the same kind of roundabouts, but in the middle, there's like a ball. It's like a tiny hill you need to drive above if you want to not go right or left. It's like big bump. You need to go around the hill, around the bump. Otherwise, you crash into the bump. And I also started playing DST again. I got to day 58 and biggest score. Oh, cool! Congratulations! Look, I'll send you a DM, 1 sec. Oh, well. You must turn right to enter a traffic circle, or roundabout, and travel around the circle in a counterclockwise direction. I do not know what IE means. Like, for an example. To the right. Which of the following have poor peripheral vision on the road? Truck drivers, 18-year-old drivers, bus drivers, children on bicycles. I remember this question I was getting wrong. Because I have no idea what peripheral vision means. Because normally I would say truck drivers have some blind angles where they cannot see stuff. I don't think it's like that anymore, but it for sure have been. But I think truck drivers have been getting a lot of new tech stuff to be able to see all the way around. But the answer here is children on bicycles. Be especially careful near children. Whether a pedestrian or a cyclist, children are used to adults watching out for them, so they tend to be unaware of danger. They also have poor peripheral vision and often find it hard to judge the speed and distance of oncoming vehicles. They may not know the traffic rules or how much room it takes vehicles to stop. Elderly pedestrians may also suffer from reduced peripheral vision or other vision problems, so be careful around them as well. What have you been writing? You got your vision like your eye, right? I know what a vision is. I just don't know the word peripheral. But the rest of your vision is very low quality. The middle of the is very high quality. Okie dokie. Well, I got it correctly, which is the most important thing. Which of the following areas has an increased risk of collisions? Road divided by a double solid yellow line. Controlled intersection. Or uncontrolled intersections. Reserved lane. One thing is not like the other. Is it the controlled or is it the uncontrolled? I wonder. Do you guys have an idea? Of course it's the uncontrolled. Uncontrolled intersections have no signs or traffic lights. They are usually found in areas where there isn't much traffic. But they can be dangerous because drivers might not be expecting cross traffic or pedestrians. If another vehicle has arrived at the intersection before you, slow down and yield. If two vehicles arrive at the same time, the vehicle on the left must yield to the vehicle on the right. Not sure. I think it's actually the opposite here. I think in Denmark you need to yield from the people on the left, but in Canada it's the opposite. So that's important to remember. I have not been taking a driver license here, so like it doesn't change so much. I'm just getting the Canadian information, which I will use. Oh well. In the daytime, drivers can avoid glare and shadows by maintaining a 4-second following distance, using sunglasses and a sun visor, using reflective mirrors, using high beam headlights. So guys, how do you make sure that the sun and cars that is using the headlight towards you, how do you make sure that it does not make sure that you cannot see? You are using the high beam headlight back towards the sun. I'm trying to do some Wolfgang progress in DST as well. Sounds great, have fun. Yeah. Or you can also use, you know, a mirror to like reflect the sun back. No, I don't think so. Let's just take the more easy, the more simple solution by using sunglasses or a sun visor. To overcome glare and shadows during the daytime, you should use sunglasses and sun visor. Which of the following lets a driver see to the sides of the vehicle? Central vision, longest vision, peripheral vision, low vision. Which of the following lets a driver to see the sides of the vehicle? Again, I do not know what peripheral is, and I don't even remember that I have been having this question before, to be totally honest. Normally I would say like central vision would be in front, not to the side. Longest vision I would also feel like would be in the front, just more far. Low vision could be in the back. Whoa! Peripheral vision will help the driver center his or her vehicle and move in a straight line. We have like a window inside the car that makes it so it don't show. Throughout how to use a roundabout. Carry bird vision. That does not sound very great. Yeah, I was reading that. You are driving on a divided highway. If you miss your exit, what should you do? Make a U-turn to reach your exit. Because of you just, you know, turning around in the middle of a highway. Because of that is safe. It's not. Back up, reach your exit. You know, just stopping up. Excuse me. Just gonna go backwards, I missed my exit. While there's like hundreds of cars behind you. That is not going to stop up just because you are. Stop and ask for help. Excuse me, I missed my exit. Do you know how I'm gonna go to that exit? In the middle of the highway. I don't think so. Continue to the next exit, indeed. I have done this before. Well, I have not been driving, but I have been sitting in the car while another person was driving, and I should find the way, and then I was too slow to tell when you should go take the exit, and then we was needing to take the next exit. So yeah, on divided highways, signs are posted far enough in advance to warn motorists that an exit is coming up. If you still miss your exit, don't stop, back up, or try to turn around. Doing so greatly increases the likelihood of a collision. Instead, turn off at the next exit and find a way to double back. Yeah, I think that's probably the best thing. I agree. What does this illuminated road marking indicate? Don't stop or slow down. Just drive right through, no matter if there's anyone or not. I don't think so. You must stop for pedestrians. Lane changing is allowed. It's a yellow line. The yellow lines means that you cannot cross it. I know that much. Pedestrians are not allowed to cross the lines. Yes. On the pedestrian walkway, you cannot walk as a pedestrian. That sounds legit. You must stop for pedestrians. These road markings indicate a pedestrian-activated crosswalk with illuminating lights in the pavement. Drivers must stop for pedestrians in the crosswalk. But if they are not on the crosswalk, you don't have to stop. It's a joke. Don't listen to that. I'm taking the same test right now. Nice! I'm hoping that you can do really well. If there is a leak in the vehicle exhaust system, blank, could leak into the passenger compartment. Carbon monoxide. Chlorine. I do not know what chlorine is. Oxygen. Helium. Yes! If there's a leak in the vehicle exhaust system, helium could leak into the passenger compartment and make sure that everybody is speaking really bright. Yeah, no, I don't think so. Carbon monoxide. In the winter, check your vehicle's exhaust system. Any leaks can be extremely dangerous because carbon monoxide can collect in the passenger compartment. When the windows and vents are closed, carbon monoxide poisoning can cause dizziness or drowsiness or even lead to death. So, yeah, remember to check up on that. A learner driver must, and this is what I am supposed to get, a learner's license. So, yeah, a driver must not carry more than 2 passengers. Drive supervised by a licensed driver 25 years old or older. Have 0 blood alcohol content when driving. Satisfying all of the above conditions. Yeah. I cannot carry more than 2 passengers. I do need to have a person that is 25 or older that, you know, have a driver license. And I do believe they also need to have had it for a while. At least in Denmark, they need to have had it for 10 years. Not exactly sure if it's the same thing in Canada, but I could imagine that it is. Satisfy all of the above conditions. Yes, indeed. A learner driver must have a fully licensed supervising driver 25 years old or older in the passenger seat. Just 1 more passenger is allowed in the vehicle. The learner driver must not have any alcohol or drugs in his or her system. Finally, the learner driver may drive only between 5 a.m. and midnight. So there's 5 hours where I'm not going to be able to drive. But that should be fine because I'm not planning on getting a nighttime job. And if I would, then I would just make sure that I should drive before midnight and leave after 5 a.m. Which I guess would not be an issue either. I have no idea what I'm gonna work with. What does the following sign mean? HOV vehicles including buses must yield here. I do not know what HOV is. HOV vehicles. Parking is not allowed. Trucks are not allowed. Buses and cars are not allowed. Yeah, this looks like a bus. And a normal car. No. This is a truck. Trucks are not allowed. A red slash inside a red circle means no. This sign means that heavy trucks are not allowed on this road. Okay. Which of the following statements about a vehicle's blind spots are true? Large vehicles have larger blind spots. The most dangerous blind spots are to the sides of the vehicle. Perform shoulder checks even if your vehicle has a backup camera. All of the above are true. Which of the following statements about a vehicle's blind spots are true? Yeah, for sure. I think all of them is true. Even when your mirrors are probably adjusted, there are large areas that you can't see in your mirrors. These are called blind spots. The most dangerous blind spot are to the sides of your vehicle. Make sure to do a shoulder check every time you change lanes or pass another vehicle. Some vehicles are equipped with blind spot detectors or backup cameras. While these can help you to detect hazards in blind spots or between your vehicle, they do not replace the need to turn your head to do a shoulder check or look behind large vehicles, such as trucks have larger blind spots on both sides than smaller vehicles do. Large vehicles also have a deep blind spot directly behind them, where the driver cannot see the vehicle. Great. What immediate problem could arise for vehicles at intersections? Divider near intersections. Pedestrian crossing. Too many traffic signs. Right of the way for trucks. What immediate problem could arise for vehicles at intersections? So, here's the thing. Intersections, I'm pretty sure just it has something to do with the pedestrians walkway, like on the side beside the road. But normally I was thinking intersection would normally just be when, you know, when there's a line and you like crossing it, yeah, or like going out from another way and you're going to an intersection, right? That is normally what I thought. But in any case, it is something to do with pedestrians crossing. Yes. Always be prepared to stop for pedestrians at any intersection, marked or unmarked, controlled or uncontrolled. Indeed. To obtain a Class 7 learner's license category, you must pass which of the following? Knowledge test and road test. Knowledge test and vision test. Oral test and writing test. Knowledge test, vision test, and medical screening test. I'm pretty sure that is the one. You need to have as many tests as possible, you know? Plus-shaped roads. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I guess there would be people crossing there. Yeah. Thank you. That makes so much sense now. When applying for your learner license, you need to pass the knowledge test plus the vision test and medical screening. Great. Which of the following statements regarding HOV lanes is false? Make sure there is enough room for you to enter safely. You can enter an HOV lane in your gasoline or diesel car if you do not have any passengers with you. Enter the lane with cars as traffic in an HOV lane sometimes travels faster than the regular traffic. Enter and exit only where there are broken lines to indicate a crossing point. Yes. Wait, what? Oh. Yeah. I feel like I've been getting this one wrong multiple times, to be totally honest. Driving with Freddy gone wrong, gone terribly. No, clickbait. Why? Why? Yeah. So an HOV lane is apparently something with gasoline and diesel cars. And not having any passengers with you. That's the thing I was saying before. I do not know what an HOV is. I think that was what the other question was also about. This is a carpool or high occupancy vehicle HOV lane. This lane is designed for buses, certain low emission vehicle, and cars carrying a specified minimum number of passengers. If your vehicle is carrying enough people to travel in the HOV lane, or if you need to cross an HOV lane to turn. Into the lane with care. Traffic in these lanes sometimes travels faster than the regular traffic. Make sure there is enough room for you to enter safely. Enter and exit where there are broken lines to indicate a crossing point. Okay, guys, I got 1 wrong, but I can get 10 wrong, so I should be fine. But yeah, how are you, Shnim? Thank you for stopping by my stream. Really appreciate it. Hope you're feeling well. Nemi, good luck on the test. Thank you. Nemi, we are rooting for you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Gibby, Mr. Gibby, the Gibbermain, Gibbius, Gargantus, Gibby Hi. Thanks, but when are you free for Stardew Valley? We cannot wait. I stop being sick. I'm taking the same test. ATM, I have trendy incorrect. you have trendy incorrect. Oh, that sucks. Been sick since 2 days before Christmas. I still cough as today. And my tummy is pretty bad right now. Nem, you need to feel better soon. We don't like that you're sick. Stop being sick. It is unhealthy for all of us. Which of the following are 2 important strategies for handling emergency driving situations? Emergency braking and skid control. Skid control and airbag adjustments. Vehicle balance and gas control. Emergency braking and seatbelt control. I think it's the skid control is important. For sure emergency braking is important, so that's why I can for sure say these 2 are not important in this case. The most important strategies to handle dangerous situations are emergency braking and skid control. These strategies are complex. You should only practice them in a safe location, under the supervision of an expert driver. Yeah, makes sense. Okay, I failed. At least I broke even. The TV? I don't know if you know it. But I'm pretty sure there is. I'm pretty sure there is. You know, 50 and not 40. Also, why is it not like this? Yeah. When we do the official tests with the remote, we are allowed to only have 1 mistake. More than that is instant fail. Give me an fair enough. I'm pretty sure there should be 50 in this one at least. What does this sign indicate? You may either go straight or turn left. You must turn left if you're keeping left. You must go straight. You must merge left if you're keeping left. You may either go straight or turn left. Indeed. Because otherwise I would expect there would be to be 2. 1 that was going straight and 1 that would go left. So, which is looking like it's right for you guys, but everything is opposite. A 2-headed arrow with 1 head pointing straight ahead and the other pointing left means that you may either go straight or turn left. So I was correct. To take the knowledge test at the driver license office, which of the following is not required? Primary identification document. I for sure need that. Because of, you know, I need to show that I am me. It is a me, a Freddy. Learn to drive smart manual. I need to have my manual with me through the driver test. That's a thing that I have to have, for sure. Secondary identification documents. Yeah, for sure. I would need that as well. Payment for fees. Why would I not need to pay? Of course I need to pay. I always need to pay. Everything costs money. You are encouraged to study the Learn to Drive Smart manual to prepare for your knowledge test, but you can't take it with you to the tests. Which makes sense. That could at least count as cheating because of... Oh, excuse me, what does this book say? Oh, it says this. Okay, I'm just giving that answer. Oh, what was the question again? What was the answer? Ah, I forgot. It's probably not important. I don't think so. Hello, Bredam. How are you? Thank you for stopping by my stream. Really appreciate it. Hope you're feeling well. I do not know too much of the challenges. What does the following traffic sign means? So, this is a railroad. This is a T that is laying down. Which means you're driving straight, but you like to cross the railway. Maybe. Right turn ahead. I mean, it's not wrong, technically, but there's also a railway. Railway crossing on a side road ahead. Bridge ahead. Train station ahead. That's not a bridge. I don't see in what way that would look like a bridge. No, I cannot see that it looks like a bridge. Railway crossing on a side road ahead. Yes, indeed. This sign indicates that you are approaching a railway crossing on a side road. Use cautions if you turn onto the side road. Sounds great. I have a friend who plays Dark Souls, but I don't. I played Bloodborne a while ago and did that. Those things you don't have. No, I mean, this test is for Canada, not for Europe. What does the following sign mean? Road may be slippery ahead. That is true. Construction ahead. We are having a drunk construction. Woo! Gravel road ahead. Guess it could be, but no. Road curves ahead. Slow down. No, they look different. This is slippery road. This sign is often posted on bridges to indicate that the road becomes slippery when red. I mean, it also shows that the road is wet. It means cautions, dancing wiggly car head. I agree indeed. 100%. Ooh, I have seen this because I was in Canada like 5 years ago. But yeah, this we was driving on. When are you allowed to drive in a lane marked with this sign? If you're in a hurry, I need to get through. Whee! No, that's not how that works. If you're carrying at least 2 passengers. If you're carrying at least 1 passenger. If you're driving a truck. So, I know the answer. Do you guys know the answer? I mean, it's technically written right there. Right up there. Right up here. Pretty simple. But because of I like to, continue, then I will tell you guys anyway. You just need to carry 1 person because of, I was driving with my friend. Well, my friend was driving. I was the passenger in the car, and we could drive there. High occupancy vehicle HOV lanes are designed for vehicles with multiple occupants, such as carpools. This sign states that this HOV lane is an HOV 2+ lane, which requires at least 2 occupants in each vehicle. That is a driver and at least 1 passenger Indeed. Consider option. I can make myself smaller, or I can move myself over. Hiding Twitter. This should be fine. Now you guys can see the stuff. But I mean, I was also reading up what the choices were. The PS last year. That was something similar came to EU. Really? I was not aware about that. Interesting. You can see your options. What will happen if the ignition switch is turned to the locked position while the vehicle is still in motion? The wheels will lock. The engine will fail. The steering wheel will not be able to turn. The accelerator will lock. What will happen if the ignition switch is turned to the locked position? I do not know what an ignition is, or ignition switch is, but if it's in the locked position, that means that something is going to be locked, which I guess could be the wheels, could be the steering wheel, or could be the accelerator. But my feeling, because I was trying this. When I was a kid, I was driving. Well, I was not driving. I was sitting in my dad's car, and then I was playing around with the steering wheel on his seat while I was waiting for him, and the car was still turned off. And then when I was putting it too much to the side, it was getting locked, and then I could not move it anymore. And then it was not fun anymore. But because of that, I'm saying the steering wheel will not be able to turn, because that is the experience that I have. Never turn the ignition switch to the locked position while your vehicle is in motion. Doing so will cause the steering wheel to lock. When you try to turn the steering wheel, this may cause you to lose control, which, you know, is not very safe. Here, yes, I can show you after stream. Cool, I will look forward to see that after stream. A driver who has used marijuana may experience all of the following effects except delay response in emergency situations, misunderstanding visual cues from the driving environment, difficulty following the movement of vehicles, increased awareness and control of speed. So which one is not the truth? You know what? I'm sure that when you are taking marijuana, then you are getting increased awareness and control of speed. I am so much more aware now. Whee! Everything is great, and I can control the speed and everything. Everything is so great. No, you cannot. Marijuana, cannabis, will increase your reaction time and decrease your awareness and control of speed. I am so smart. Pat, pat. 1 and 2 are correct. What should you do if you are feeling impaired after taking drugs or medications? Drive with your radio on. Drive slowly. That's too boring. Drive, but take frequent breaks. Why do we need breaks? We can drive all the way. Avoid driving. If I take medication or drugs, should I really avoid driving? I think as long as I drive the radio on, then I'm safe, right? And everybody else around. No, avoid driving. Drugs and medications can impair your driving. Avoid driving if you feel drowsy or fatigued. If you cannot see ahead while driving because of a hill or a curve, This is known as a roadblock, a central view block, a lane block, a vision block. So if you cannot see because of there's a hill or a curve that you cannot see above, that's for sure a roadblock. If you cannot see it, the road is blocked. No, it's a vision block. A hill or curve that doesn't let you see ahead, a large vehicle in the next lane, or adverse weather condition like rain, fog, or snow can obscure your vision and create a vision block. Indeed. Do not cross. What does this sign mean? This is pedestrian crossover. Be prepared to stop and yield the right of the way to pedestrians. Vehicles cannot change lanes into or out of high occupancy vehicle lane in this area. This is a hazard close to the edge of the road. These downwards lines show the sides on which you may safely pass. There's a railway crossing ahead. Be alerted for trains. I was getting this question before, and then I was guessing on the railway crossing ahead because of that was like one of the first questions I got this one, and I was like, is that a weird way of making like a crossway, a railway? It's not, but yeah. I do not remember what it is, to be totally honest. Vehicle cannot change lanes into high occupancy vehicle lane. It's one of these two. I don't think it's this one. It's one of these two. Oh, yes! I was correct! Vehicle cannot change lanes into or out of an HOV lane in this area. As you pass a large trailer, you may experience which of the following? Signal failure. Yeah. Because of driving beside another vehicle, make sure that your signal is getting lost. Turbulence. The thing I have about turbulence is, when I'm thinking about turbulence, I am thinking like stuff that only happens when you're in an aircraft. Which it doesn't. But it's what I'm thinking. Like, that's the first thought that's going into my head. That's only in airplanes. Engineer vibration. I don't know. I don't think so. Tire heating. I don't think the tires are heating just because of you are beside another vehicle. So I think I was guessing an engineer vibration last time, but it's turbulence. Large vehicles create turbulence that can push you away from the vehicle or pull you towards it. Turbulence can cause problems when you're passing a big truck or when you meet one coming towards you. Make sure to leave lots of space on that side and keep a firm grip on the steering wheel. Indeed. Which of the following are the most vulnerable road user? Motorcycle riders, car drivers, truck drivers, HOV drivers. At some point I really need to find out what HOV means. It's motorcycle riders because of, you know, it's a person on top of a thing. No walls around them. Motorcycle riders are vulnerable road users. They don't have the protection of an external frame, airbags or bumpers, and motorcycles are sometimes difficult to see. This sign is showing that there are 2 lanes turning left. Left turns are prohibited. This road turns left. You may not drive straight through this intersection. There's 2 lanes turning left. Indeed. In large complex intersections, there may be more than one right or left turn lane. Look carefully at the pavement markings, lane use signs and signals. They will tell you what to do. If you are turning from the far left lane, turn into the far left lane. If you are turning from the lane next to the turn left, turn left lane next to the far left lane. Yes, indeed. Most moving trains have a stopping distance of 4 kilometers, 5 kilometers, 2 kilometers, 3 kilometers. So this is one that I was also guessing wrong because of, to me, I don't understand how you are available to know. Not even why you need to know. I mean, I guess it's probably good to know anything, really. But still, most moving trains have a stopping distance of what? Well, depends on how fast they're driving. I mean, I guess they were saying that they usually are driving 160 kilometers per hour. But I still do not know how I would be able to know how fast they can stop. Or how far it is away. Because, like, I guess it would be different depending on how many, what's it called, ragoons there is. Like, how many parts of the trains there is. How long is the train, everything like that. Because that gives more weight and everything. But I'm pretty sure it's 2 kilometers. Where I feel like I was probably saying 3 or 4 kilometers last time. Never try to race a train to a railroad crossing. A train cannot yield the right of way to you. Most trains require approximately 2 kilometers to come to a complete stop. When driving in a fog, which of the following can be used instead of headlights? Amber lights, fog lights, flashing green lights, flashing yellow lights. So, guys, what should you use in a fog? Should you use an amber light, a flashing colored light, or a fog light? That is such a great question. I have no clue at all. I think it maybe, just maybe, could be a fog light. Oh, wow, I was correct. Under foggy conditions, you can use fog lights instead of low beam headlights. If your vehicle is equipped with them and you find that they help your visibility, never use high beam headlights in fog. Droplets of moisture from fog or rain tend to reflect the bright light of high beam headlights, causing glare, and don't use both headlights and fog lights at the same time. Great. What happens when two road users try to move into the same space at the same time? Blocking occurs. The larger vehicle has the right of way. The smaller vehicle has the right of way. A space conflict occurs. I mean, it doesn't matter how big your car is. Nobody is going to have the space. A space conflict happens when two road users try to move into the same space at the same time. To drive safely, you need to keep areas of space markings around your vehicle. I'm just still seeing for me like a big car and a small car is coming at the same time. Be like, I need to get in because I'm bigger, and I need to get in because I'm smaller. And then the car that is behind them is just like, why? Now I need to stop here and wait for someone to come and pick you guys up. I was supposed to get to the what's it called? a birthday or something for my 3-year-old child. Ooh, this one is fun. Following too closely behind another vehicle is known as tailgating, back driving, tail driving, rear gating. The thing that I find funny about it is just how many times that I've been hearing adults being like, "Don't drive into my ass!" Like, relax. Now that I have been getting older, I can understand that people don't like that people are driving directly up in the rear end because of like, that's not fun. But I know for a fact, because I've been hearing this a lot of times, that it's called tailgating. Following too closely behind another vehicle is called tailgating. Tailgating is a dangerous practice because it increases the risks of a rear-end collision. If the vehicle in front slows down, or stops suddenly, if you rear-end the vehicle in front, you will be held responsible for the collision. Which, which makes a lot of sense, because of you should not drive so close to someone. It also stresses the driver in front of you. So like, why does people still do it? I don't know, but apparently it's still something that people still do. This one was having me so confused. I was thinking, how the heck does this make any sense? What does 10293 means? I know what it means now. Because this is apparently like looking at a clock. 2 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Opposite for you guys because of, mirrorverse. What does this picture illustrate? The recommended position of the hands on the steering wheel of a vehicle without airbags. The recommended position of the hands on the steering wheel while turning. The recommended position of the hands on the steering wheel in a vehicle with airbags. The recommended position of the hands on the steering wheel while changing lanes. So this one I would normally have no way of knowing, because of, to me, it was first of all not making any sense, but also, I don't have a driver license yet, so I have not been knowing anything of these kind of things. Plus the fact that I have never been interested in cars. But I still think it could be probably a really good bonus for me to get a driver license. And who knows, maybe I'm going to be more interested in cars after that. But this one means the recommended position of the hands on the steering wheel of a vehicle without airbags. This picture represents the most effective position 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock of the hands on the steering wheel of a vehicle without airbags. On a vehicle with airbags, however, it can be dangerous to place your hands that high on the steering wheel. The driver's airbag deploys out of the steering wheel at very high speed and might drive your hands into your face or even injure your hands. If you're driving a vehicle with airbags, keep your hands at the 9 o'clock and 3 o'clock position, or even 8 o'clock and 4 o'clock position. Yeah. Which of the following indicates that the school bus ahead is preparing to stop? Sounding horn, flashing amber lights, flashing red lights, flashing headlights. So the thing is that I have no idea what an amber light is. I guess it's, normally I feel like it's either the back lights, or I guess the amber lights could be like the orange light that I at least have been seeing on the roads, like the red and white cones that has like lights above them that is flashing like boop, like this. Normally a lot of them on the road, then they are like boop 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 boop. But yeah, I think that is normally the amber light. It's the yellow ones. Yeah, I mean, I guess so. They either mean daylight or fog light, I guess. Well, the fact is that I know it's the amber lights. The school, because I was getting red lights last time, and that is wrong. The school bus driver will turn on alternating flashing amber lights when preparing to stop. Flashing red lights means that the school bus has already stopped. I guess yes. A safe and competent driver relies on which of the following strategies? Watch, plan, act. See, act, check. See, think, do. View, plan, do. It is see, think, do, right? Yes. See, think, do is a driving strategy that helps you be a safe and competent driver. See, scan for the hazards. Pay attention to other road users and the areas where hazard could occur. Think. Decide which hazard are the most dangerous. Do maneuvers to keep yourself and others safe. Yeah. The thing is that I feel like see and watch and view is like all kind of similar things. Plan, act, plan and think is also really similar, and act and do is also pretty similar. Normally I feel like watch, plan, act would kind of be the same than see, think, do, but see, think, do just sounds better, you know. But I don't know, maybe there's something that I don't get. They're all the same. No! See, act, check. I am looking. Oh, this is the issue. And then I'm just gonna do whatever pops up first. Whee! And then I'm checking if everything was going well. Oh, I was just driving this person over. Huh. I probably should have been doing this differently. Yeah, I don't think so. They always exist. Those are shitty, tricky questions to make people fail. Yeah, that's true. But still, the see, act, check, that is probably the only one that I would 100% say is wrong. Driving in heavy rain can lead to loss of speed control, engine fail, hydroplaning, headlight failure. I guess no. I mean, if there's going to be so much heavy rain that, you know, the roads are maybe not filled really greatly, then there's like pools of water that could probably make them lose speed. But other than that, then engine fail I don't think makes any sense, and headlight failure I don't think makes any sense. But I also know hydroplaning sounds really fancy, so that would be my answer, knowing it or not. Driving at high speeds on red roads carries the risk of loss of traction and hydroplaning. Hydroplaning occurs when the tires lose contact with the road surface and float on a film of water. You'll instantly lose control of steering and braking. To regain control, don't brake. Instead, take your foot off the accelerator and let your vehicle slow down slowly. Which makes sense. Landing indeed. If an unexpected hazard occurs while you're driving, what should you do? Move into the left lane. Stop the engine. Make a U-turn immediately. Use emergency braking. If an unexpected hazard occurs while you're driving, what should you do? You need to use emergency braking. I don't remember what my thought process was last time I was having this question, because I remember I was not reading it as braking. I was just reading use emergency, and then I was thinking something else, which I do not remember what was. Fact is, Emergency. So I'll just use this. Always scan for hazards, but if an unexpected hazard occurs, you may need to use emergency braking. The key to emergency braking is to stop the vehicle as quickly as possible without locking the brakes. If you lock the brakes, the wheels will stop turning. You will lose control of the steering and the car may skid. Modern cars are equipped with anti-lock braking system, ABS. Great. This image indicates a sign of information and directions. You cannot go this way, that way, or any other ways. So, just stop and wait until someone else is coming and also needs to stop. I don't think so. A warning sign. Well, that is not wrong. A sign of temporary conditions. No. A regularity sign. I mean, it's not really a warning sign, I think. It's a regularity sign because of just telling you what you cannot do. A red circle with a line through it means the activity shown inside the ring is not allowed. That is true. Which one of the following is not a poor road condition for driving? A gravel road, a road with large puddles after a rainstorm, a road with wet or icy patches, a dry, dusty road. Which one of the following is not a poor road condition? Gravel road, you can slide because of gravel. It's not stuck. It's not always stuck. A road with large puddles and after a rainstorm. Hydroplaning. A road with wet or icy patches. Slippery. Dry and dusty road. Low traction can result in skids and loss of control. Gravel, wet, icy roads provides low traction. Sure does. A street that is closed at one end with a circular space of turning vehicles is known as, and this one I was not knowing, and I was not guessing it because of, why would I? A reserved lane area, a traffic circle, a cul-de-sac, a closed intersection. I think I was saying a closed intersection, but it is a cul-de-sac. A cul-de-sac is a street that's closed at one end. Most cul-de-sacs are designed to let you turn your car around without backing up, to turn around, slow down, and keep right. And this one I also knew without even reading up on anything. Diagonal yellow stripes painted on some streets and highways indicates that you should not travel over it. You should not, or you should park on it. You should travel over it. Do not park on it. You cannot travel over it at all. You cannot go over it. You cannot park on it. You cannot do anything. This is a painted island road marking. This road marking advises drivers to keep to the right and to not drive on or over it. If another driver starts to act aggressively, this one is so much my favorite. If another driver starts to act aggressively behind the wheel, you should not go to a police station or a crowded place. Because why would you do that? I mean, if he's aggressive, then he would probably drive someone over when you go to a crowded place, you know. Keep your doors locked and your windows shut. Why would you do that? I mean, let him in. Let's have a talk with this aggressive guy or girl. Email. Call the police using your cell phone. You cannot call anyone while you're driving, so no. That's a no. Make eye contact and return the aggression, yes. How dare you try to be aggressive at me? Why would you be aggressive at me? I'm gonna be aggressive as you now. I think that's a great idea, right? I think yes. You guys agree? Great. You should not. You should not do that, indeed. If another driver starts to act aggressively behind the wheel, try to respond with good driving manners and do not return the aggression. Give the other driver plenty of room and the right of way. If you feel threatened, keep your doors locked and your windows shut. Call the police on your cell phone or drive to a police station or a crowded place where you can get help. Yeah. And I actually think that was also one of the first questions I was getting last time, which I was just finding so super funny. To practice driving in preparation for a road test, it is best to be supervised by a parent or guardian, a friend, a professional driving instructor, none of the above. If you're practicing to drive, don't drive with anyone, just guess and hope for the best. Don't do that. It is always best to drive a professional driver instructor for sure. You can prepare for the Class 7 or Class 5 road test by taking lessons from a professional driver instructor. Qualified instructors are often more effective than family members or friends at training new drivers. Which makes sense because it's their job. They are supposed to know how to do the stuff, how to act in different situations and all that kind of stuff. What is lane tracking? Frequently changing lanes. Always keeping your vehicle in the center of your lane. Driving your vehicle at a safe distance from a truck. Keeping your vehicle in the correct lane when making a turn. I'm pretty sure that's the correct one. Before you make a turn, you need to get your vehicle into the correct lane. Then you need to end up in the correct lane when you complete your turn. This is called lane tracking. Which of the following statements about using a cell phone while driving is true? Fully licensed drivers can use a handheld cell phone to call 911. DLP drivers, which I do not know what is, can use hand-free cell phones. And I actually think I was guessing that one the first time because, again, I do not know what driver is. Fully licensed drivers can use a handheld cell phone for talking but not texting. Fully licensed drivers can use a handheld cell phone for talking and texting. You can never drive and even check your phone normally. But yeah, if you really need to, you are allowed to call 911. Normally, fully licensed drivers may not use a handheld cell phone while driving, and GLP drivers may not use any types of cell phones while driving, not even a hand-free cell phone. However, an exception is made if the driver must place an emergency 911 call. 98%. 49 correct, 1 incorrect. You have passed. Let's do the you passed dance, no? You don't want to do it? Fine, I'll just do it myself. Then you passed. You passed. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I passed. I am great. I am great. I passed. I passed. Woohoo! So one that I have not done is next up, BC practice test 2. I have not tried that one. So, start now. So this is all totally new for me. I'll try that. But I think this will probably be the last one I will do. I might be making another stream where I'm going to continue to driving test 3 and stuff like that. But we'll find out for sure. For now, I will just do the test 2. 3 types of official road signs are warning signs, school crosswalk signs, and local interest signs. 2 types of official road signs. Warning signs makes sense. School crosswalk signs and local interest signs. I guess. Construction signs, local interest signs, and restaurant signs. I don't think restaurant signs is an official sign. Construction signs is for sure an official one. Warning signs, yes. And local interest sign. Warning signs, school, crosswalk signs, and construction signs. Yeah, I think that's the one. Because schools, warning signs for sure, 100%. Construction signs, 100%. School crosswalk signs, I would believe would also be the thing, yes. Yes! First one correct. I'm doing great. Road signs included, but are not limited to regularity signs and those that warn drivers of upcoming situations. Those that mark construction, those that mark things like school zones, reserved parking, special lanes, such as carpool, etc., etc. Chapter 3 signs, signals, and road marking. BC, learn to drive smart manual. Okay. I love that they now tell me where I need to read that. Where I can read that. You encountered a school zone. Sign with a 30 kilometers per hour posted speed limit. You may not exceed 30 kilometers at which times? During day hours. Between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. on school days. At all times. You encounter a school zone sign. The 30 kilometers. Exceeded kilometers. I am not 100% sure about this. I don't think it's at all times, to be honest. I think it is... I would normally say it's either day hours or from 8 to 5. The thing is that kids may come to school before 8 a.m. where I would expect them to need to be there. So I guess during daylight hours. Okay, it is between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. on school days. Yeah, I was also thinking that could be that. Yeah, so I was getting one wrong. Oh man. Because I was pretty sure it was not all times. A school zone sign with a 30 kilometers posted speed limit means that you may not exceed 30 kilometers from 8 p.m. Yeah. They was making a spelling mistake here. From 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. on school days during the hours shown on the sign. Okay. I am not doing very well right now. I am a bit nervous about how this is gonna go. You encountered a road marking that depicts a white arrow curving left. What does it mean? Parking is on the left. Vehicles in this lane must turn left. Left turns are prohibited. The road curves to the left ahead. You encounter a road marking that depicts a white arrow curving left. A right arrow curving left. Vehicles in this lane must turn left. The road curves to the left ahead. Yeah, the road curves to the left ahead. Right? Oh, man. Really? Yeah, I was knowing that was one of those two. Yeah! I can make 10 mistakes and I already on 2 out of 1. Out of 3. 2 out of 3. If you see this yellow flashing X over your lane, you should move out of the lane and into a lane with a green arrow if possible. Stay in the lane and do nothing differently. Move out of the lane into a lane with a red flashing X over it, if possible. Speed up. I guess you need to move to a lane with a green arrow? Yes. When facing this type of signal, you'll want to move out of any lane with a red flashing X. Immediately, a yellow flashing X means cautions, so you should move to a lane with a green arrow above it. If one is available, if all lanes are flashing yellow X marks over them, then slow down and simply proceed with extra cautions. Hit just 3 signs and signals and all that kind of stuff. So now I have 50-50, which, you know, is still not great. Which of the following is not true about parking? About the park transmission gear? Which of the following is not true about the park transmission gear? It causes your white reversed light to turn on. It functions by locking the transmission. You should use it when you are parked. You should use it when you are starting your vehicle. The following is not true about the park transmission gear. Because your white reserved light to turn on. So it's not this one. You use it when you are starting your vehicle. I guess this is the wrong one. I don't see why you should be in park when you're starting a vehicle. Oh wait, maybe you should. You need to start your car before or after. I don't know. Oh man. It causes your white reverse light to turn on. Which is not true. If you have a vehicle with an automatic transmission, the park setting should be used when you are parked and when starting the vehicle, as in functions by locking the transmission. When it use either dedicated red parking lights or your red brake lights, or both will show chapter 2, you and your vehicle, because this is not very great. I'm really doing terrible right now, guys. I need some positivity. Oh, it says that nobody's watching. This sign is a warning that the road ahead is what ahead. Ends, narrows, splits, crossing bridges. It's narrows. It's getting more narrow. I have seen this sign. I know this sign. When you receive warnings that a road is narrowing, you should approach the with cautions. Reduce your speed as necessary, and keep to the middle of the driving space available. Yep. In British Columbia, U-turns are prohibited on or near the crest of a hill. If visibility is limited. On or near the crest of a hill, if visibility is limited. On a curve, where a sign forbids U-turns. In all of the above situations. I would say all of the above. Yes. British Columbia, U-turns are illegal on a curve on or near the crest of a hill, where you cannot be seen by other traffics within 150 meters, where a sign forbids U-turns, of course, at an intersection where there's a traffic light in a business district, except at an intersection where there is no traffic lights, where municipal by law forbids making a U-turn. Find anywhere that making a U-turn would significantly interfere with other drivers. In Canada, distance between cities are always expressed in kilometers, travel time, meters, miles. I guess in kilometers. Yeah. In Canada, distance between cities are expressed in kilometers. Great. You can use cruise control on wet, slippery, snowy, or icy surfaces. No. In urban areas. I do not know what urban is. When you are tired. I mean, no. You should still be aware. Under ideal highway driving conditions. When you're tired, you should not drive at all. I would say under ideal highway driving conditions. Don't use cruise control in a situation where it may be dangerous to maintain constant speed, such as in urban areas or a slippery road. If your vehicle loses traction on a slippery surface, the cruise control might spin the wheel as it tries to maintain the vehicle speed. This can worsen or even cause a skid. You should also avoid using cruise control when you are tired, as using cruise control means that you're not doing anything with your feet while behind the wheel of the car, and may lead to fatigue quickly setting in. The activity of using your feet on the gas pedal and brake may help keep you alert. Yeah. You should also just get some sleep if you're tired. You should use cruise control while you are on a winding mountain road in the rain, stuck in city traffic, on a snowy road, on a uncrowded highway on a clear day. I mean, I feel like this is two of the same questions. You should not try to use cruise control if the road surface is affected by bad weather, such as if it's snowy, icy, or wet. If you are in a busy traffic situation while driving on a windy road, or when you are overly tired. You encounter a sign with a green circle. Inside the circle is a straight arrow pointing upwards. What does this sign mean? The roadway narrows ahead to just one lane. Turns are prohibited. Going straight is prohibited. There's a green zone ahead. I mean, I do not know what a green zone ahead is, but I would guess that. Oh. Okay, that's not great. A green circles indicate that you may or must take some actions. In this case, the arrow going straight indicates that you must only go straight. Turns are prohibited here. Okay, so I was not knowing this before. I have never seen a green circle. At least I do not remember seeing a green circle. So, okay. Green circle means that I have to or might need to. Okay, great. That's a lot of good knowledge that will for sure help me with the rest. I have 4 incorrects. That's really not good. So there's still a lot of questions left. I cannot... do it. Hello, Tame Granitza. How are you? Thank you for stopping by my stream. I appreciate it. Hope you're feeling well. You must be careful when driving on many of BC's back roads because... you must be careful when driving on many of BC's back roads because they are exclusively for large trucks and passengers' vehicles are forbidden to drive on them. They are logging roads and you should yield to logging trucks. No one is allowed to drive on them. They are overrun by dangerous wildlife. Back roads. I mean, if it's a road, somebody is allowed to drive on them. Either the exclusive for large trucks and passenger vehicles. I'm guessing that. Oh, okay, it was. They are logging roads and should be yield. Okay, I was not 100% sure. Good a beat with tire 1 and 2. Oh, nice! Congratulations. Many of BC's back roads were built to be logging roads and are still used for logging purposes. Because of this, you must be careful when driving on them. Use whatever lights are necessary for maximum visibility, such as headlights if you don't have daytime running lights, and make sure you always yield to any logging trucks. Sharing the road. Okay. Give yourself a challenge. Purposely messed up 10 questions. Who? So you have to full wins until the end. Shnim, I have 5 incorrect questions already by accident. So I don't think so. That's a horrible thing. What does a flashing green traffic light mean? This traffic light is pedestrian controlled. You may proceed through the intersection if it's clear. This traffic light is out of order. Both A and B are true. This traffic light is pedestrian controlled. You proceed through the intersection if it's clear. Guess? Yeah. You may proceed through a flashing green light if the intersection is clear. Unlike a steady green light, however, a flashing green light is pedestrian controlled. Use cautions because a pedestrian may change the traffic lights to yellow and then to red at any time. Interesting. I was not knowing about that actually. By accident. We still believe in you. Thank you, Shnim. I appreciate that. Really appreciate it. Go, go, go. You can do it. Thank you, guys. I appreciate the positivity. That's really great of you. What is the meaning of 2 solid yellow lines? Changing lanes is permitted. No, it's not. Passing is permitted. No, it's not. Driving to the right of the yellow lines are not permitted. Passing is not permitted. You cannot pass. Even I know this, which is great. Pavement markings with the solid yellow lines, single or double, indicate that passing is not permitted. Indeed. When roads are wet, you should allow twice the normal braking distance. 3 times the normal braking distance. The same amount of braking distance as normal, slightly more normal than normal braking distance. I don't know if it's double or twice. Okay, I don't know if it's twice or 3 times. It's one of the 2 firsts. I think it's doubles. Ah, yes. When roads are wet, you are at a much higher risk of losing control of your vehicle due to skidding or hydroplaning. It also takes vehicle longer to stop on a wet surface, so you'll want to leave twice the normal amount of braking distance. I'm so happy that I was knowing this a tiny bit. What car would you get if you do it? A car with 4 tires, at least 2 doors, and a steering wheel would be nice to have as well. At least 2 seats. More seats is also fine, but at least 2 seats. I would like a red car, but I'm pretty sure that my friend would not like a red car. So we would probably end up having like a black or white car. Was there just a message that got deleted that I cannot see now? That sucks. An engine, maybe. Oh yeah, an engine is also pretty great. Yeah, you're right. Otherwise I might not get very far. Signaling is an important part of road safety. You should signal to other drivers before you turn either left or right. That is true. Park your vehicle. Change lanes. Well, do any of the above. Sure, you always need to signal when you do stuff. You must remember to use your signals in the following situations: when you are parking, when you are changing lanes, when you are turning to either right or left, and when you are entering or leaving traffic from the side of a road. That is true. I think that is everywhere the same. Okay, so that's a red light. What does a flashing red traffic light mean? Stop and then wait for the light to turn flashing yellow. Slow down and yield to approach the traffic. Stop and then proceed when it is safe to do so. Stop and then wait for the light to turn steady green. Oh no. It's either... But if it's blinking, would it not also still be blinking when it's green? It's either wait until it's turning flashing yellow or it's green. Normally it needs to be green. Yellow is just that you are getting ready to drive, right? Please. No! Stop and then proceed when it is safe to do so. No! I refuse to believe this nonsense. Mirrors is also great to have indeed, yes. I don't have much knowledge of cars, so... At a flashing red light, you must stop, yield to pedestrians, and then proceed only when it is safe to do so. I'm not even halfway, and I have been making more than half of the incorrects that I can do. Which of the following is not true about tires? You should rotate your vehicle tires regularly so they wear evenly. What? Makes no sense. Tires do not have to match as long as they feel similar while you're driving. Also feels wrong. You should keep them inflated to the recommended level of pressure for the tire brand and for your vehicle. By avoiding sudden starts and stops, you can help extend the life of your tires. By avoiding sudden starts and stops. Yeah, if you don't do that, that makes sense, yeah. You should... So I guess the tires don't have to match. Yes! I am getting something correct. Tires are one of the most important parts of your vehicle, and you need to take care of them. Properly, they should all be either the same or similar to each other. and meet vehicle specifications, they also should be properly inflated and checked often to make sure the tire isn't worn and there are no cracks or bulges. That is true. Means traffic lights order is cancelled. Proceed with right prior to roll. Oh, gas and brake. A fuel tank. Indeed. What is the first thing you need to do when approaching a traffic circle? Obey any posted signs placed for traffic control, such as yield or stop signs. Slow down. Travel around the traffic circle in a corner clockwise direction. Yield to traffic that is already traveling in the traffic circle. If you and another vehicle arrive at the same moment, you should yield to the vehicle that is on your right. It's just such a long thing. I feel like that's correct. Normally I would say you should slow down. Or this. I don't know. Okay, they slow down. I don't know why I was it was just so long that I was feeling like it needed to be that. Because why would they add so much text to something that is not right? A traffic circle is a roundabout, yeah. It maybe is if two streets hit each other, making a plus. No, that is a roundabout. It's a circle. The thing is that I'm pretty sure that you need to yield for the ones on the left, not on the right, which was confusing me. But it was... Your first step when approaching the traffic circle is... as it would be when you approach any intersection, is to slow down. For the sake of safety. I do not like this traffic test. If you have a standard transmission, you should drive your vehicle in first gear when you are driving either up or down hills. Increase your speed from 10 to 15 kilometers per hour to 15 to 30 kilometers per hour. Driving either up or down hills. Or pulling heavy loads. If you have a standard transmission, you should drive your vehicle in first gear when increasing your speed from 10 to 15. I don't know. I don't know. Oh man. Thank you for the positivity. I am going over one to my school. Well, have fun with the person from your school. Until next time, have a great time. Bye. And thank you for saying that I can do it. If I make 2 more mistakes, I fail. As first gear is the lowest gear, you will want to use it in situations where your vehicle should be at the lowest speed, such as when you use the vehicle to pull very heavy loads, when you drive on step hills, or when you are just starting from a stop position to a lower speed. They don't mention it. Whiskey is also parking, but... Consuming 1 glass of beer before driving is okay as an accompaniment to a large meal. Okay, because beer contains relatively little alcohol. Risky because it can impair driving abilities. Okay, if a cup of regular coffee is consumed as well. It's risky or not? Of course it's risky. It's alcohol. Your liver breaks down alcohol at a predictable rate. This rate is typical 1 standard drink per hour, where 1 standard drink equals 1 shot of hard liquor, 1 glass of wine, or 1 glass of beer. Neither coffee, nor food, nor exercise, nor a cold shower can increase the rate. You need to wait until the alcohol has been broken down. Thank you for making it easy on me. At a railway crossing, you must stop at least 5 meters from the nearest rail, 6 meters from the nearest rail, 3 meters from the nearest rail, 10 meters from the nearest rail. Oh, how would I know that? 5 is such a great number. Thank you for believing in half. Yes! When you come to a railway crossing, stop at least 5 meters from the nearest rail or gate. Do not cross the track until you are sure the train or trains have passed. If there are signal lights, wait until they stop flashing. If the crossing has a gate or barrier, wait until it rises before you cross a track. But is there not normally like a line or something like that would hold you back from doing so? Welcome back, Gibby. I played with a Smash Bros with a friend, and I said the percentage per mile. Okay. In a two-way left turn lane, drivers may pass other vehicles. Drivers traveling in either direction may turn left or right. In a two-way left turn. Drivers traveling in either direction may turn left. Drivers traveling in either direction, they need to turn left. In a two-way left turn lane, vehicles traveling in either direction can make the left turns use this lane with caution, because vehicles traveling in the opposite direction may also be using it. Never use this lane for passing or going straight. Each side of this lane is marked with a solid yellow line and a broken yellow line. Go eat rice and beans. Enjoy! Nice. In British Columbia, do cyclists have the same rights and responsibilities as drivers? Cyclists have the same rights, but not the same responsibilities. No. Cyclists have the same responsibilities, but not the same rights. Normally I would say no. And like, they also have rules and stuff, but do I dare to say no? No! 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 I should not have been daring to say no. Play BTD, no play, learn, no driving test, no at once. Well, I'm supposed to get a driver license, so I need to learn. And I'm still gonna stream tonight. I'm not gonna stream balloons, but I will be streaming. I'm not doing very well though. Bicycling riders have the same rights and responsibilities on the road as drivers do. However, observe them carefully at all times. Cyclists, like pedestrians, are vulnerable. I know. Traffic on the through road must have immediate right of way. Traffic on the through road must have immediate right of way at Uncontrolled intersections. Intersections that are controlled by traffic signals. Intersections that are controlled by yield signs. Intersections controlled by left turn signals. Traffic on the through road must have immediately a right of way. I don't know. Yes, I was guessing correctly because this was just a random guess. No, it would have been yes. Why? At an intersection controlled by yield sign, as long as there is traffic on the through road, you must give that traffic the right of way. Slow down or even stop if necessary. For safety. When scanning ahead while driving, you should be looking ahead. 5 blocks. When scanning ahead while driving, you should be looking ahead. 5 blocks when driving in the city and a kilometer when driving on the highway. 2 blocks when driving in the city and a kilometer when driving on the highway. 3 blocks driving in the city and half a kilometer when driving on the highway. 2 blocks when driving in the city and half a kilometer when driving in the highway. I was having this question before, but this question is just told differently. When you are observing 12 seconds ahead while driving, the distance that you observe should be 2 blocks in the city and half a kilometer on the highway. Thing do. Yay. What does this signal indicate? There's a fire truck entrance ahead. There's a hospital ahead. There's a school zone ahead. There's a train crossing ahead. There's a fire truck. It's a fire truck. This sign warns that there is a fire truck entrance ahead, which is necessary as fire trucks may suddenly appear out of a blind spot. They garage at a high rate of speed as they are responding to emergency calls. At least I'm getting something correct. That's nice. I appreciate that. When you park your vehicle facing downhill on a two-way road, which way should you point your front wheels? You're parking your vehicle facing downhill on a two road. Which way should you point your front wheels? To the right, in any direction, straight, to the left. You park your vehicle facing downhill. I mean, how many would say straight? I don't know. I'm probably wrong about this. To the right, of course it's to the right. So guys, I cannot get a single one wrong anymore, otherwise I will fail. If you are parked on a hill, turn your front wheels to keep your vehicle from rolling into traffic. Turn the wheels to the right when facing downhill with it or without a curb. Then set the parking brake. If the parking brake fails, the vehicle will roll downhill to the right away from traffic. What does this sign indicate? A tourist spot, hotels and restaurants, highway ahead. It's a hospital. If it is a guide signs for a hospital ahead, guide signs are essential to give Meteorists some helpful information about facial facilities available along the roads. What does a traffic light with a steady green arrow pointing either left or right mean? You may turn in the direction of the arrow if the indication is clear. You must yield to the oncoming traffic before you turn in the direction of the arrow. You may turn in the direction of the arrow. You must stop before you turn in the direction of the... I mean, if it's lighting up green, you may... Oh, you may not turn in the direction. You may turn on the direction of the arrow if the direction is clear. Yeah. That one was at least an easy one, so that's great. But Schnemm, you got what you wanted. I cannot make any more mistakes. I was not doing it on purpose, but if I make one more mistake, I'm gone. At a green arrow signal, you may turn in the direction of the arrow if the intersection is clear. This is a protected turn. Oncoming traffic is stopped at a red light while the green arrow is lit for you. Okay. What should drivers keep in mind when they see this sign? Passing is allowed on this road. Only cars are permitted to drive on this road. Parallel parking is allowed. Parking zone. I mean, this is two people that is driving beside each other on this way, right? Or is they driving this way? They might be driving this way, actually. I'm not 100% sure what way they're driving right now. Maybe only cars are permitted to drive. I'm probably wrong. Passing is allowed. Of course passing is allowed. Hello, Jessica, and hello, Shiro. How are both of you? Thank you for stopping by my stream. I appreciate it. Hope you're both feeling well. I'm so tempted to backseat a little. It's not going very well. I just failed. I just failed the test. I got 11 mistakes out of 10 mistakes until now, and I'm not done yet. I'm over halfway, but I'm not done. You attempted to backseat. I'm not sure what that means in this case. This signs indicate that passing is permitted. Great. How should you position your vehicle within your lane? Keep it to the right hand side. Keep it to the left hand side. It depends on the situation. Stay in the center. Keep it on the right hand side. What? How should you position your vehicle within your lane? Try to position your vehicle in the lane to keep away from hazards. On a 2-lane road, stay fairly close to the center line so other vehicles cannot move into your lane. Space in the curb lane. Stay away from hazards on the side, such as car doors that might open. In most other lanes, drive near the center of the lane. On a multi-lane road, the right lane is often the safest one to choose. It keeps you away from oncoming traffic and makes it less likely that another driver will tailgate you. Man, I am so bad at this. Oh no, I agree. I have obtained a plate of food for the goods. Gods. Sounds great. And what food is that? Backseating is as in telling you the answers. Are you actually getting your driver license? I'm not getting my driver license right now. Right now I'm taking the tests to prepare myself to take a driver's license when I am going to Canada. Because in the end of this month, I'm going to Canada. And if everything goes well, I will stay there for a year. If everything goes wrong, I'll go away when I give up. But yeah, I'm planning on getting a driver license on that time. So right now I'm trying, you know, to get good enough at being able to complete the tests, the online tests, the paper test, written test, whatever to call it. And then, yeah, hopefully I'm also going to be able to do the driving tests. Thank you very much, I really appreciate it. I hope that everything is going well as well. Nice, tasty, well, good thing is I'm not getting a license. That is true. Should see my score. Save money for the test. Don't hesitate to take your time saving money. I mean, I'm going to go through the test a couple of times, and then hopefully I can do it without any issues. Oh well. At an uncontrolled intersection, you should enter the intersection, stop, make sure it is safe to proceed with cautions, come to a complete stop, making sure it is safe and proceed with cautions, slow down, make sure it is safe and proceed with cautions, proceed through the intersection at your usual speed. Uncontrolled intersection should slow down, make sure it is safe to proceed with cautions. Come to a complete stop, make sure it is safe to proceed with cautions. Into the intersection, stop, making sure it is safe. It's either go to a full stop or slow down. I mean, you always need to slow down, but intersection is the plus. You come to a full stop. No! Man! Oh, I was so close to getting that one, but I was like, oh, no, no, no. Oh, man. Because if it's like here, before doing the driving, you need at least a minimum of 27 hours driving training. And you pay each hour 1 by 1, which can easily end up 2,000 plus money, depending on the school. Streaming the process of taking this test is also pretty awesome. Yeah, thank you. I was thinking that was a funny idea, and also it was motivating me a tiny bit more to kick myself to actually continue on doing it. Uncontrolled intersections have no signs or traffic lights. To control the flow of traffic as you approach an uncontrolled intersection, slow down and look out for other road users. Scan the intersection from left to right. Apply the right-of-way rules to determine which vehicle should proceed first. However, use cautions. Another driver might not follow those rules correctly. Man. Vertical rectangular traffic signs generally shows route numbers, shows driving regularities, warn of hazards ahead, warn about road conditions. Route numbers? Oh man. Man. I hope your actual test works out well, by the way. Thank you. I hope that too. How it's going right now? Don't have high hopes. The first part of the test I was doing with one mistake. This test I have been doing until now, way too many mistakes, and yeah. But I'm still planning on like doing this same part of the test a few times until I get, at least until I have not more than 10 wrong. I would like to have not more than 5 wrong. Preferably even less, but who knows. Guys, don't drink water while eating beans. Not. Okay then. Vertically rectangular signs generally give instruction or tell the driver about the traffic laws, such as speed limits, or rules such as slow traffic keeps right or no left turns, depending on the area. Fine. During the GLP program, I do not know what a GLP is, you will need to hold your Class 7 learner's license for a minimum of 3 months, a minimum of 6 months, a minimum of 24 months, a minimum of 12 months. During the GLP program, you will need to hold your Class 7 license. I hope not more than 6 months. 12 months. Man, I am so bad at this. I've been guessing 5 wrong in a row. You can apply for the first step in the graduate license program, GLP, your Class 7 learner license at age 16. You must pass a knowledge test, a vision test, and a medical screening. It is valid for 2 years, and you must hold it for a minimum of 12 months before moving to the next stage. In the GLP, the Class 7 novice license, Chapter 9, your license be okay. Well, it's not very great, but it is what it is. Now I have a plate of beans and rice and watching nausea. I cover the plate and I'm right back. Might be a good idea to lie down for a bit then. Hopefully the practice exam are harder than the actual exam. Like the Danish practice ones are way harder than the actual test. Really? Well, I have no clue about the Danish one, as I have never been taking a driver license. So, yeah. But I agree, I really much hope for the sake of me that it's going to be much more easy in real life. Test the real one instead of this one. Which car is not using the traffic circle roundabout correctly? Okay, so you are going right. The blue one is... Oh, that's the orange one. That's C. None... all three are using... That's for sure C. It's only supposed to go to the first one or the second one. I know that. C. C. In a 2-lane traffic circle, roundabout, or any other type of intersection, you must always follow road signs and pavements markings. Generally, you should turn left from the left lane, turn right from the right lane, and drive straight through using either lane. Here, car C has apparently disregarded the painting arrows and incorrectly turned left from the right lane. I did great here. I have finally stopped my my 5 in a row wrongs. It requires blank the normal braking distance for a driver to stop on ice. 2 times. Requires 2 times, 3 times, 5 times, 10. I don't know. Is it not like different from time to time? Let's just say doubled. 10 times! I am never gonna do this very well. Okay. I am back on my losing streak. It can be particularly dangerous to drive on ice. Temperature can change repeatedly, and it can be difficult to see whether the road surface has ice on it, as it may still look the same. For example, you can't see black ice at all. The road surface may just look slightly shinier. You must be particularly careful through, as an icy road surface can require 10 times the braking distance to stop as normal surface. Holy moly, why does my right side of the chest hurt out of a sudden? Go. Okay, I am back while no beans played on my lap. Sounds great. Ah, it really hurts. Holy moly. Can you stop hurting, buddy? The most dangerous blind spots are in the back of the vehicle, in the front of the vehicle, on the sides of the vehicle, all above. Sides. The most dangerous blind spots are the largest, and those are located on the sides of your vehicle, as opposed to a smaller blind spot in the front and back. While some vehicles now come with blind spots, detectors or cameras, you still need to be able to check your blind spot without using these tools. Okie dokie. But yeah, I knew that at least. In order to conserve fuel in vehicles with automatic transmissions, you should use overdrive when driving. In order to conserve fuel in vehicle with automatic transmissions, you should use overdrive when driving at least 10 kilometers, 30 kilometers, 40 kilometers, 20 kilometers. I don't know. 40? 30? 40! Yes! Try not to have a heart attack, please. Well, my heart is on the left side, not the right side, luckily enough for me. So I don't know why, but yeah. A losing streak is a great way to learn. I believe you'll do it soon. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate the positivity. The positivity is really great, and I appreciate that a lot. Many people do not take advantage of using overdrive to conserve fuel. It should be used when you are driving over 40 kilometers in a car power, while an automatic transmission. Great. Okay. Driving much slower than the surrounding traffic is appropriate if you don't know the speed limit, can be hazardous, is appropriate if other drivers are speeding, is always safer. It's always safer. No. Oh yeah, it's saying much slower. It's not just slower. Yeah. Not much slower is not always safe. Yeah. Oh. Speeding is risky, but the safest speed isn't always the slowest speed. If you drive much slower than the surrounding traffic, other drivers might get frustrated and try to pass you. Aim for a speed that's appropriate for the conditions under which you are driving, but don't exceed the speed limit. If you must drive slower than surrounding traffic, stay in the rightmost lane. That is true. A tire that looks like this is underinflated, overinflated, inflated correctly, none of the above. I mean, I feel like it's wrong. Because it's going like this. Like it's going down. Which, you know, is not supposed. I don't feel like that's supposed to be right. But normally, if it's underinflated, it would just be like more flat down, right? I will still say underinflated and hope I'm right. Yes! It is a tire looks like. If a tire looks like this, it is underinflated, and you should stop by a service station as soon as possible and add air until it is to the correct pressure level. As stated on the label, also you should check the tread to make sure it hasn't been worn down by being overinflated, and if it has, the tire will need to be replaced as soon as possible, and you'll need to use a spare in the meantime. Okay. At least I'm getting somewhere. Just 9 more questions. I can do this. A solid white line means that you are allowed to change lane if you're in a hurry. That is wrong. Allows to pass if it's safe and you use extra cautions. I mean, if it's yellow or white, I still feel like you're not allowed to change line. Allowed to change lane if it's safe. Not allowed to change lanes. I would say not allowed. Yeah. A solid white lanes means that there is no changing of lanes allowed. Being late or in a hurry does not qualify as an emergency for which you could break the rules. Okay, so it's if there's really an emergency, you can. Okay, great. Never, indeed. All your driving maneuvers combined with which of the following 4 skills? All your driving maneuvers combine which of the following 4 skills? Speed control, steering, space markings, and communication. Braking, communication, steering, and backing up. Speed control, steering, listening, and watching the console. Accelerating, braking, shifting gears, and eye contact. So it's not the 2 bottom ones. Braking, communication, steering, and backing up. Speed control, steering, space marking, and communication. It's one of the first ones. Yes! Yes. I am still continuing my correct streak. Woo! Okay. All your driving maneuvers combine the following 4 skills. Whether you are driving straight, turning at an intersection, or swerving to avoid a hazard. Speed control, steering, space markings, and communication. These skills are used in the do step of the see, think, do. Okay. Otherwise we don't get fed anymore. Our smuts will be stuck in the basement forever. What? I still don't have a basement, Shnim. Maybe when I'm in Canada, maybe get an apartment and then maybe I have a basement, but not before. So I need to go on a mission to find out who have been kidnapping you guys. Going from door to door. Excuse me, can I look in your basement? My followers are telling me that I have been kidnapping them, but I don't have a basement. So one of you guys need to have them. Your class 5 road test may include entering and exiting the highway using a restaurant drive-thru and driving with a pet in the car. I do not believe that, no. Lane change, intersections, maneuver, and using a restaurant drive. Why is so much about restaurant drive-thrus? I don't think so. Lane change, 3-point turns, and parallel parking. That makes sense. Reverse stall parking, driving with a child in the car, and hill parking. I feel like it's this one. Your class 7 road test and class 5 road test will both include most of what would be considered normal driving maneuvers, such as changing lanes, 3-point turns, hill and parallel parking, and more. For a full list, see chapter 9. Okay, I'm at least correct. Wait, then whose basement am I in? Oh no, just a guy. Please don't jump on the kidnapped basement train, whatever it is. Oh man. What proportion of the air pollutants in the lower Fraser Valley could be attributed to cars and light-duty trucks? I don't know half of these words. 2/3 of air pollutants, 1/2 of air pollutants, 1/4 of air pollution, 1/3 of air pollutions. What is it called? Mini minimal. Alle perle pippa på væggen. Skete det. Oh no. 1/4. Aww. I just like 4. Man. Miny, meeny, miny, mo. I might be in danger. Pretty nice basement though. Honestly, I might just stay anyway. It's important to do everything possible to reduce fuel consumptions. So consider using your vehicle for carpooling or occasionally taking public transportation, because cars have a huge effect on the air pollution in BC in the lower Fraser Valley. They account for producing 2/3 of all air pollutions, which means that reduction vehicle usage could have a huge positive effect on the BC environment. So in the driver test, they're saying, please don't drive your car. Please just, you know, if you're in this part of British Columbia, then, you know, take a bus. Sure. And I failed on that one. A large diamond painted on a lane indicates a crosswalk, a reserved lane, a bus lane, a bicycle lane. A large diamond painted on a lane indicates crosswalk, reserved lane. Yes. In British Columbia, diamond-shaped road marking indicates that this lane is reserved for certain types of vehicles. Usually the lane is reserved for high occupancy vehicles, HOVs, such as buses and carpools. I don't know what a carpool vehicle is. Some HOV lanes are also open to motorcycles, bicycles, or taxis. Signs indicate which types of vehicles may use this lane at various times. So yeah, at least I do know about the large diamond painted on lanes, because I have seen those. Just 4 more questions, guys. 4 more questions to see how badly I have failed. If you even can get out, this thing is amazing. The knowledge test is received. Your class 7 learner's license contains knowledge test. 50 multiple choices questions. 100 true false questions. 25 false questions. 5 essay question. I mean, I'm doing 50 here, so I'm guessing that is the same thing there, but I don't know. Yay! In order to receive your Class 7 learner license, you must pass a knowledge test which consists of 50 multiple choices questions. The test is based on information contained in the BC Learn to Drive Smart Manual. When driving on a freeway with more than 2 lanes, traveling in each direction, you should drive in the right lane, the right-hand lane, the center lane, either the center lane or right lane, hand lane, the left-hand lane. When driving on a freeway, with more than 2 lanes, travel in each direction, you should drive in the right-hand lane for sure. Okay. Fine. Fine. Just tell me that I'm wrong. Oh, I'm not doing good. When you are driving on a freeway that has more than 2 lanes, in either direction, even if you are driving the speed limit. You should not stay in the left-hand lane, because then people may try to pass to the right. Therefore, you should drive in either the center or right-hand lane. Oh, there are more than 2 lanes. Right, but still, I'm not doing very well. You should allow yourself plenty of time when driving somewhere, because it allows you more time to enjoy the scenery. Because it will help you avoid the anger and frustration of possible arriving late. Because it is better for your car to drive at lower speed, because it allows you more time to make phone calls while driving. You should allow yourself plenty of time when driving somewhere, because it will help you avoid the anger and frustration of possibly arriving late. There are many ways to control your emotions, which will help you stay calm while you're driving and in control of the situation. Address stresses while driving, such as rushing because you believe you will be late to reach your destination, can make you more likely to end up in a collision and should be avoided. Last question, guys. Last question. What does a steady red X signal above a lane mean? Which I do know, because I was having about the yellow one before. This lane is closed. You may proceed with cautions. This is an HOV lane. This lane will be closed soon. This lane is closed. Lane use control signals are special overhead signals that permits or prohibits the use of specific lanes of a roadway. A steady red X signal over a lane indicates that you must not drive in this lane. Okay. Like the kind of weird test, by the way, since some of the questions weren't even about driving. Oh, the first part of the test was also about how long time it takes for a train to stop. Which, you know, like, not how much time, but how many kilometers it takes for it to stop. I don't know. Yeah. Like the ones about pollutions. Yeah, that's true. Oh well. 62%. Not enough to pass surfers. It's not the worst thing that could happen. Getting chased by a bull down a narrow street is quite possible the worst thing that could happen. Let's give this another shot. Yeah. So I will indeed try to do this again another time, but if you guys was enjoying this stream, feel free to tell me in the comments below after my stream is up, and then I might indeed be continuing on the BC practice test number 3. So yeah, and then maybe one more after that. But with that said, for now I need a break. Plus I have an agreement with some of my friends that I might be playing a game with them soon, and maybe I will record a video together with them. But with that said, until next time, guys, have an amazing time. Hope you was enjoying this silly little stream, and have a great time. Bye.